for Good Friday. And it's a day in the church that we celebrate the Last Supper of Jesus with his disciples in the upper room. And so I hope that you've joined us for our Maundy Thursday service that we're going to have with the church, and that you enjoy that time of communion and worship with us together, and that it's a meaningful time for you and your family. I wanted to let you know a little bit about another tradition that I just discovered related to Maundy Thursday that I think reflects some of what we're supposed to experience during the week leading up to Easter. Something that's maybe been a little closer to us with this time of social separation and frustration with that we are all experiencing, the disorientation we're experiencing, and sort of experience what the disciples experienced during that time. And that's their tradition in some churches of calling it, I think they call it stripping the altar. It's a time where they go and take all of what they call the vestments off of an altar, all the gold pieces and the stoles and stuff that go over it. I don't think that's the right word, stole. That's the thing the preacher wears. All the vestments that go off of the altar. And it's a time to sort of make the altar bare in a church where it reflects the darkness of the time, that the light is gone, the candles are gone, all the good symbolism is gone. And so maybe a way that we can recreate that in our own homes this Maundy Thursday is, I know Kristen in her children's and family ministry has suggested that families make an altar space in their house. We have one in our house that we kind of have our candles and stuff on and prayer books and stuff. If you have one of those, what you do is you go and take all of the stuff off of it. So you take down the candles, you take down the Bible, whatever you have there, crosses, and you just make it bare. And you clean the table, and it's sort of setting that time of darkness to lead up to Good Friday. I would suggest if you don't have an altar space in your house or in your room, is to just look around your room and see what are some of the things that remind you of God. Maybe you have a cross on your wall. Maybe you have a cross necklace that someone gave you. Maybe it's a picture from a church camp or mission trip that reminds you of God's presence. And I want you to take those things and just put them away. Take them reverently and place them aside, put them in a box or something somewhere, and keep them there until Easter Sunday. And this will sort of bring to mind on Good Friday and Holy Saturday that what our lives might be like if God wasn't there. What would our life be like if Christ wasn't in our life? And as you take those things and keep them away, that maybe it will bring a bigger sense both of the gift that Jesus gave us on Good Friday by its absence. They say you can't really know what you've got until it's gone, and perhaps this will help us be kind of a way to think about that over the Easter weekend. So that's it. It's a simple practice to do. It's either take your altar that you might have in your house and tear it down, or sort of take all the things out of your room that remind you of God and kind of move them aside, and just sort of reflect on what that might feel like to feel the emptiness that Christ both experienced on the cross in some ways, and that we experience before we really have an encounter with God. And that will remind us just how blessed we are to have Christ in our lives. Thanks a bunch, and we will see all of you very soon. Love you all. Bye.